Today we start our program of press briefing on the topic of the opening of information center near regional military recruitment offices within the national project of All-female Self-defence Sotnya 39, Mobilization, Get to Know More. And as a speaker we have representatives of Ministry of Defense of Ukraine and the representatives of All-female Self-defence Sotnya 39. Доброго ранку в Українському кризовому медіа-центрі. І сьогодні ми розпочинаємо наші брифінги темою відкриття інформаційних центрів біля обласних військкоматів в рамках всеукраїнського проєкту 39-ї жіночої сотні «Мобілізація. Знай більше». І в якості спікерів ми маємо представників Міністерства оборони та представників 39-ї жіночої сотні. Я запрошую до слова Анну Kovalenko, сотника 39.
So I give the floor to Anna Kovalenko, who is a commander of the All-female Self-defence Sotnya. I'm just an advisor to the Ministry of Defense, not the Ministry. We decided to launch the project which is called Mobilization. We think that there is a necessity in this. We spotted problems of communication of the Ministry of Defense and the armed forces with people who want to know more, from soldiers to their families, especially moms and sisters and daughters. We have a hotline 206 4808. And everybody calls this hotline. We are working with the Department for People's Addresses, and there is a problem of bureaucracy and the problem of numbers, because there's a lot of addresses, appeals, inquiries. There's only one department, but people in all the Ukraine want to know this. So we decided to create information centers by every regional military recruitment office, where our girls from our female Sotnya will provide all the information for those who want to go to the army, as well as for their families and those who are drafted, as to what you can take with you. And of course there is a necessity to cooperate with moms and sisters and daughters, and instead of just waiting for the men, they should join in work. Today I will introduce to you a mother of a fighter from one of the brigades, but at the moment I give the floor to Yaroslava Kravchenko, who is deputy commander of our company. Good morning, everybody. I'd like to be more aggressive in telling about this project. Why? There's a girl in our Sotnya whose nickname is Dika Wild, and who is at war for more than 90 days. She now works in the headquarters, and formerly she was with the intelligence. In the morning she is seeing guys off, and in the evening she has to pack them to go home. Sometimes she really has to pack their body parts. She's 21. Those guys, especially from voluntary battalions, we bury them at our own expense. We also help their parents. The state provides for the compensation for the burial, also some benefits, but people do not know about it. That's why we gathered all the information about the legislation, and we translated this into an understandable language. We have made posters and graphic charts about what a person should have when they are mobilized, and people should know that the lack of any of those papers, if this person is killed, will not give an opportunity to get a compensation. So here is our chart about receiving the compensation. There are 7 steps, and at every step someone could make a mistake while filling in the blanks. So we want to warn the people, and girls will be standing by every recruitment office, military commissariat, and will hand this information out. Recently, there was a situation when they wanted to mobilize a single father who is a father of 5 kids. People should know about such things and know when they cannot be mobilized and when they should be mobilized. Yesterday we sent another portion of such information, and we also disseminated on the internet. And this is not necessarily colored paper. There's a lot of people who do not use the internet. There's a lot of moms who do not know what this is. It is necessary to print this out and bring to our military commissariats. This is what our project is aimed at, and I do hope that we will be able to save someone. Now in Zaporizhzhia, Mykolaiv, Odessa, and Ivano-Frankivsk, Kryvyi Rih, we work very actively. People go to us on their own, and we are sending out those packages. So we see that the beginning is there. There is a letter from the Ministry of Defense. They have supported us so that we are not hindered when we go to those commissariats. And there is a movement in small cities. For instance, a female company in Nikopol, one person went to a military commissariat, and the military commissar said, "Thank you for coming. You just don't need to stand here. Give me this handout. I will hand it out to people myself." And now the representative of the Ministry of Defense, Tetiana, works in the Information Access Department. Good morning. I want to thank to all the mothers. I want to thank public organizations that give us help, because very, very many written address inquiries and personal inquiries come from citizens not only of Ukraine, and our citizens who temporarily live outside of our boundaries also address us for help, for information. Thank you, everybody. I just want to add shortly that in order to give help, in order to coordinate the actions that we do, and with the aim to help the people who make inquiries, from the 1st of March, Ministry of Defense opened in round-the-clock hotline of the Ministry of Defense. People call, and I want to once again emphasize that this is a round-the-clock hotline. The phone is 253-0471, 454-4337. All those addresses and telephones through which you can make your inquiries are shown on the official site of the Ministry of Defense of Ukraine. So please address us. We will work as much as we can and try to help such people who are understanding the events that are going on. Thank you. And as an example of cooperation between mothers and wives with us, with the 39th company, and with the Ministry of Defense, I give the floor to Svetlana, who is the mother of a commando who fought for half a year. Today they came back home, and before we show you the product that we did, forgive me, I'm very emotional now. Maybe I won't be very eloquent, but I am the happiest mother in the world, I think, because my kid, 6 months, was on the front line and he came back alive. As a mother, of course, I supported him, and we also addressed the Russian mothers so that they take their kids from the front line and don't kill our children, because this is the war of ambitions of politicians. And from myself, I want to wish health to Mr. Putin, and also that God sends some reason to him. You know, if I damn him, the church says that damnation comes back. I won't. So until today, I was asking the God that my kid and all the kids come back alive. But from today, I will ask the Lord to send the reason to Mr. Putin to stop this war. This is not the war of common people. This is not our war. This is the war of ambitions. I also want to appeal to Russian mothers. Let them know where their children are. Please do not be afraid, because Mr. Putin has transformed him not even into a Tsar, but into a god. I think mothers will understand me. I think that those mothers are as unhappy as we, Ukrainian mothers, but I think that, excuse me, I have probably switched to a political topic, but this is my personal vision. This is my personal vision. The parents will open their eyes, and Russia will open their eyes. Maybe we'll lose in a political aspect, but we will never lose as far as our patriotism is concerned, because I see from the behavior of our military, of our army, they were on the front line for 6 months, and they were courageous, and they are courageous. And the people are rising. We're Ukrainians. We will win. I'm sure 100%. We don't even discuss this. As far as problems that are really there in our country, we were not prepared to this treacherous hybrid war. I don't have enough words to describe it. Recently, I met in a church a man who is a military person with experience. He is one of those who came back from Ilovaisk. He is a military person. He said, I saw Afghanistan, but what we saw in Ilovaisk was even scarier. And now we'll see the video of your appeal to Russian mothers. I was at the front line with my son, so I'll have enough courage here. I want to address our politicians so that they cooperate with our mothers. We were not ready to this war, and I want to thank from myself the Minister of Defense, although there were some bureaucratic misunderstandings, but at the moment Deputy Minister takes a phone when I call him at the first ring, and this is thanks to Anna. She was listening to our emotions, and there was a lot, and there was everything. You know, there was everything, because those were mothers' emotions. And as far as parents and mothers are concerned, stand your ground. If you come into an office, understand, MPs, they are our servants. Do not make them.
They live in and at our cost, but demand them to hear you. We prepared a statement to Russian mothers because they are like ours. It's not our war. The Ukraine will win. So, colleagues, let's watch this video. Thank you very much, and then we'll answer your questions if you have any. Good afternoon. My name is Nina, and my brother is a participant of idea. We don't want this war. Our brothers, fathers, and husbands don't want this war. We don't, and I'm sure that you don't want war. And I am sure you don't want to send your sons to that war. It's a pity that you don't know even that they die here. And I would like very much that you hear us. And I would like you not to allow your sons to come to this war. And reach your leaders, your public servants, and your president, and don't send your children to die in Ukraine. Dear mothers of Russia, I am also a mother. Take away your sons. They must not kill our sons. This is not our war. We don't need it. We want peace. And if we fight for our land, for our country. And we don't know what kind of war this is. Find your children. Find them. Because we know where our children are. But what your children fight for? Why we have this bloodshed? It's awful. Hello from Ukraine, from our beautiful country. I'm a mother of the son who will turn 22. Save life of your sons and of our sons. Don't let them go to that war, which we don't need. This is a political war, and it is the war between politicians, not between our children. The mothers of Ukrainian sons who fight for their country, for their land. They have to fight, because who will defend us? Who will defend our country? I have a son who is 24, and I always remember how he was born, how he started to walk, and how he went to the first grade, and how graduated from school and entered university, got profession, and all those moments of life of our sons are unforgettable. And love of mothers is limitless. Every mother cares much about a son. Your children die for nothing. They come to our territory. They don't understand the goal of it. And in some cases, they are not even told why and where they are. Dear mothers, save your children. Don't let them come to this war. Find out where they are. And to save their life. For them not to die just for nothing. And I am a mother, a Ukrainian mother. My son, for half a year, is fighting in Luhansk region, and I cannot sleep. It's very difficult. I am. Please, let's stop this war. Nobody needs this war. I have 3 sons. One of them is fighting there. And it's very difficult without him, because it's impossible to live without him. And please take your children back. Let's have peace in this world, and let's have peace, nothing else. This video is in YouTube, and as to the statement, you know that yesterday paratroopers came to Lviv, returned to Lviv, and today some of them will return. And there's a hotline for mothers of Russia, and not by us, by the government. 0800 48 41 22 41, and that's it. If you have any question, we'll be happy to answer. Okay, as a moderator, I will ask the question. Do you have data how many Ukrainian women are on our front? It's difficult to say. Not many. Our men, in difference from Russian men, and they don't use women as a shield. But there are some women who are nurses, who are doctors, and who work in headquarters, and some belong to force groups, rapid force groups, and but that's not a big percentage. to talk about. We cannot say that women fight on the front. No, they're just a little part. Men are fighting. You see, we have a different phase of the war now. Before we were fighting against gunmen, Chechens, Cossacks. Now we have to fight against regular troops, and the role of women is different in this. So we rely on Ukrainian armed forces. Your initiative, do you provide psychological support and or aid? How they can find you? Yes, we cooperate with different groups, with psychologists from universities, from departments, and with students who would like to help. Just a hotline 2206 0666, and they can find us. I would like to repeat phone number. Those who need your assistance and women who would like to participate in your initiative. 206-4808. That's the hotline, and they can find everything by this phone. They can order. They can even ask for the assistance of a psychologist. Thank you. Good luck. Thank you.